Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and I wanted to share my experience over the past couple of days with iOS 13.2 Beta 1. Now, a lot of people always ask me, should I install a beta? And this time around, I can say, normally I would just say, don't install it if you ask that question. This time around, I'll say definitely do not install it unless you want to try out Deep Fusion with the iPhone 11 Pro, 11 Pro Max, or iPhone 11, because this is one of the most unstable betas I've used in a long time, and I thought it would be more stable seeing how iOS 13.1.2 was pretty stable for me. I really didn't have any issues with that one. But there is still a few issues that remain. So for example, if I just snap a photo, it may or may not do this now, but if I snap a photo and then I tap on that photo, sometimes it gets stuck in the upper left. That's something I'm seeing over and over and over. And I think it's when it's trying to do Deep Fusion because it seemingly only happens under kind of normal lighting conditions as opposed to very bright lighting conditions. So I think that might be part of the issue. Now, one of the issues I've been having that's consistent on 13.1.2 as well is if I go into Twitter and I start a new tweet, for example, and then maybe I want to, we'll just maybe grab a photo here. We'll grab a photo of some trees I took, and then I'll hit the little paintbrush to maybe crop in on it a little bit. I'll hit apply, I'll hit save, and it doesn't add. So it completely just disappears. I actually have to close out of Twitter, go back into Twitter, and then actually crop it in the Photos app. I can't do it within Twitter. So there's something broken between those two. That's probably not a huge issue for most people. But I haven't had any crashes, thankfully, but I have seen a lot of people saying that this beta is just incredibly unstable. It's crashing all over the place. I haven't had those issues, but I have had better reception, strangely. So I did have a modem update, and initially I still had that issue. When I left a Wi-Fi network and it's switching over to T-Mobile, I haven't had any issues with T-Mobile, but I seem to find that it's mostly YouTube apps that don't grab onto that mobile connection. Most of the time it's those. However, I'd have to turn on airplane mode, turn it back off, turn off Wi-Fi, and then I'd have connectivity back. And this happened on a ton of different carriers. A lot of you were telling me the exact same thing. However, with this particular update, that's not happening anymore. So they did something with the modem where it seems to be fixed with 13.1. But the overall experience is buggy for many. Also, people are saying that they're having terrible battery life. However, I haven't had that sort of battery life on this device. And you'll see over the last couple of days, it was quite good the other day, but I only had about 10% left. So really, we're down by about 4 hours. So it looks good, but it's really not, because the way you need to read this is in the past 10 days, you'll see this is what's being used total. So there's not that much battery life left when we're having these sorts of screen on times of 5 hours and 21 minutes with screen off time of 1 hour and 40 minutes. So it's decent, but it's not great, and it definitely could get better. Now, as far as apps and things like that and overall experience, I've had no issues with things like haptic touch or 3D touch on those devices. The camera is pretty buggy, though, because of that Deep Fusion. So the issue I wasn't able to show you just there, but maybe we'll go wide angle here, take a photo of what's in the background, tap on it. There we go. It went to the upper left. And I cannot see this photo again until I exit, go into Photos, go into whatever photo it was that I just took, and now I can view that photo. So I keep having that issue with the camera. And again, this is an early beta, and I never recommend someone install an early beta if bugs are an issue. So I definitely recommend going into the feedback app, supplying feedback, and saying, hey, this is a problem. It needs to be fixed. Now, there is not much more to say about this, and I wanted to do a quick follow-up on this particular update just because I've had so many people tell me how buggy it is, and I'm kind of doing it as a warning as to not install it for most people. I think for the majority of people, just stay on 13.1.2. You'll be happy there. And Apple also unsigned 12.4.1, so you can't go back to that anymore. So there's kind of some, or that may not be for every device, but it's for a lot of devices. So it's kind of strange that we have 13 with all these updates. I'm looking forward to beta 2. I'm hoping they've ironed out a lot of stability issues. It seems like they've been pushing these updates out as fast as possible just to fix problems that probably should have been fixed to begin with. I don't know if that's the case. I'm not an Apple engineer or software engineer, but I would love to know what's going on as far as that goes. I expected macOS Catalina to be out by the time of this video. However, it's just not here yet, so maybe we'll have it next week. Now, I will be doing a follow-up on iOS 12.4.2, so if you haven't voted yet, go to the YouTube community page and let me know how it's going for you if you're using that version. So go to YouTube, then if you go to my channel, tap on the community tab at the top, go here and then vote, and we'll see a lot of people have been voting, so 4.2K or 4,200 people so far today. I plan to have that follow-up. Usually I do those on Sunday, so we'll have that. I'll read back some of your comments, and I would love to know how it's going for you. And also, you can let me know how iOS 13.2 is going for you. I expect some emojis and things like that in the future. But let me know how it is for you in the comments below. And then also, of course, I'll link this wallpaper in the description as I always do. Thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and hit that notification bell if you'd like to see more of these videos as soon as they're released. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.